Ooh-wee, diving deep into One Piece lore today. I wake up, chapter 957, Ultimate has dropped. It is trending on both Twitter and Reddit. It's just creating waves, and I can see why. We get some big chunks of information, yet Oda is setting up a lot more mysteries that we still need to get paid off. Okay, so as we know, Wano Act 2 has officially ended. Last chapter, we got the aftermath of the Reverie, including all the shit that was set up there with Sabo and Vivi. Oh, and don't forget to mention, the warlord system has officially been abolished. Now we cut back to the new Marineford, and Akainu is talking to Fujitora, and it seems that Fujitora actually saw the warlord system as a necessity. And Akainu is like, dude, the only reason you believe that is because you haven't suffered directly under them. There's tons of people, tons of countries. Even we, the Marines, had to have made sacrifices to appease them. This has truly been a long time coming. And Fujitora is like, well, whatever. I guess we're gonna have to put our faith in this new SSG. So they got rid of one of their, balancing powers. We had the Marines, we had the warlords, and then we had the Yonkos. So they're putting a lot of their faith into this SSG, and it truly makes me wonder what this thing is. I mean, we've got the pacifistas from Vegapunk, but those can be taken out by, Straw Hats after the time skip. So, it has to be something pretty powerful. It's gonna go against, the pirates, the Yonko, anyone who goes against the world government. So it's gonna have to be pretty fucking ultimate. So after they're done discussing the warlord situation, Fujitora informs him about Big Mom and Kaido on Wano have formed an alliance. And the first thing Akainu brings up is, does this mean rocks have returned? Now we've heard the term rocks before. In a past chapter, I believe it was Garp talking to Hina and other vice admirals about this legendary pirate crew, one that Kaido and Big Mom were actually members of. And Akainu is actually, he looks terrified. He looks frightened. He states they're so busy at this point, this isn't disaster. Well, of course it is. We have two of the most strongest pirates in this world teaming up, or at least alleging to team up. We've already known several stories about them being at each other's throat. Literally, even when they were teamed up before, they wanted to kill each other. They recently wanted to kill each other. We just see them strike each other. So then, this alliance is tenuous at best. Kind of like the Eustace Kid and Scratchman Apu. Yeah, I see someone betraying someone in the near future. But now this is where we get to the meat and potatoes of this chapter. We're cutting to what looks like a class, and the teachers are Sengoku and Brand New. And the topic of the day is, yes, the legendary Rocks Pirates, and this is where we get a shit ton of information. Now they're bringing up the pirate alliance between Big Mom and Kaido, and these fledgling Marines are acting like, oh my god, a pirates alliance, that's so rare. Luffy and Trafalgar Law just did it, but whatever. But no, he's filling them in, and this is not the first time this shit has happened. Back many, many years ago, on the Pirates Island Beehive, several individuals came together seeking a quick way for fame and fortune. And this led to the formation of the Rocks Pirate. Yeah, that's basically word for word right there. But these motherfuckers were brutal, killing everyone. Definitely taking that Blackbeard approach compared to the Luffy approach. But what's funny is, it wasn't just Big Mom and Kaido. No, Whitebeard was a member. And we see this silhouette of the group, and we see Kaido, who's a lot fucking smaller. We have Big Mom in her skinny form again. What the fuck's going on there? We see Whitebeard's iconic beard. But no, it's not just those guys. It's Shiki the Golden Lion. We have one called the Silver Axe. Captain John, we've met before. Not only was he on Thriller Bark as one of those zombie generals, no, he had the armband that Buggy was looking for that Luffy took all during Impel Down. So he's already a pivotal character. We have another pirate named Ochoko, so maybe we'll get into him. But we have these huge titans. We have 3 Yonkos. We have Shiki, Captain John. We have these huge pirates, and they're all forming this group. Literally stated as becoming, the worst pirate group ever. I'm just curious of how this group actually, stayed together. Their captain, who we find out later in the chapter, had this will, to become king of the world, yet he himself had to be super fucking powerful to keep these, titans in line. Now, probably the biggest piece of information we get this chapter, probably the most interesting one, and setting up something, hopefully that has a big ass payoff, is God Valley. It's saying 38 years ago, after the formation of the Rocks Pirates, they set out, they're already the strongest pirate crew, and they're going against the world government. I believe they're attacking the Celestial Dragons and their slaves, and they're just fucking creating pure fucking havoc. Yet on that same island, on God Valley, the strongest pirate crew was defeated. destroyed. By who, you may ask? Two individuals, now world-renowned. One known as the hero of the Marines, and the other king of the pirates. Yes, Monkey D. Garp has teamed up with Gold D. Roger, and they defeated Rocks. And this is amazing to me because if you guys remember when Roger is locked up and how Garp was somewhat friendly to him, and like I swear there was like you owe me or something, like there is a past between these two, and now we're getting some more information about that. But this God Valley incident, besides the fact that we know it happened 38 years ago, not only that, we found out later in the chapter that the island is now disappeared. Yes, if the world government doesn't want you to know about it, they will get rid of it. So hopefully, I mean, we see that Oda is setting something up pivotal. We need to find out this island. We need to discover it. We need to go there, because if you just skip past this giant freaking incident that literally 3 Yonkos and other heavy hitters had formed a crew under this guy named Rocks. There was a tragic incident on God Valley. We see Garp bloodied and bruised and just fucking looks like he's been through hell. I mean, we need to visit this. This is a flashback. If we visit the island mysteriously and we see the remnants of this, or I don't know, we need to visit more about God Valley. Oda, don't set up something that you're not going to pay off. But it's funny though, Sengoku is actually talking about how Garp doesn't like talking about this incident. Was it because he had to team up with a pirate, or was it merely because he didn't want to protect the celestial dragons? Because it actually says here, the only reason he hasn't become admiral, obviously he's been offered up to this point, but the only reason he's not an admiral is because he'd be a direct subordinate of the celestial dragons. And if it wasn't for his actual achievements in the military, they probably would have got rid of him a long ass time ago. And it's funny, some of the new Marines in this image are saying, wait, isn't it our duty as Marines to serve the celestial dragons? No, your job is to protect the fucking citizens. The celestial dragons can go fuck themselves. They are pieces of pure fucking shit. They're bigoted, they're fucking slave owners, they're just egotistical, narcissistic. There's like 1 or 2 good ones that we've met so far. The rest of them can go to fucking hell because they're pieces of shit. And we're gonna find out a huge revelation eventually that, you know, there's just something completely wrong with the celestial dragons. And hopefully one day we will find out. But they've just created so much sadness in the world that they need to be toppled. We need to find out the truth about them and topple it, because they're hiding something. Like I said, it's funny that these Marines are like, serve the celestial dragon. So if the celestial dragon ordered you to kill 1,000 people, you'd fucking do it? No, you're a fucking moron if you did. But yeah, I can't believe that the Pirate King and the hero of the Marines teamed up. The God Valley incident. What the fuck happened? We see a little silhouette of Big Mom, Kaido, Rocks, Whitebeard, Roger, and Garp. It's just, I hope it gets a payoff. I hope we visit this island. I hope we find it. And like I said earlier, literally the island has disappeared. It's no longer drawn on any maps of the world, because if the world government doesn't want you to know about it, they can make shit disappear. It's funny though, just like the parallel between Blackbeard and Luffy, we see that between Roger and Rocks. Rocks has no qualm about dealing devastation to get this title of king of the world, and I believe Roger's pretty much, you know, I haven't heard anything super bad he's ever done. So I'm seeing this parallel between the last generation and the current generation. But yeah, this Rocks D. Zebek is his full name. He has a D in his name, so I mean, there we go again with this pivotal D, the ones who are making waves and altering history. He literally captained the strongest pirate crew ever formed. Who the fuck is this dude? I'm wondering so much about him. Did he have a devil fruit? Did he have any of the hockeys? Did he have Conqueror's hockey? Oh my god, there's so much. Like I said, Oda, if you set this up, I want to see a payoff. It's funny, Brenu is even telling these new Marines that they are much stronger than they were 38 years ago, yet when they reveal the bounties, they still have not surpassed their, you know, previous top people. And bounties are very interesting to me. I think not only is it a reflection of the actions you do, but it's also a testament of how much the world government sees you as a potential threat. From our point of view, every action that Luffy has done has been on the side of the morally just, the right thing to do, yet it directly opposes the world government. Therefore, every big wave he makes, his bounty is increasing at a much higher, much faster rate than any other worst generation. I mean, maybe except Eustace Kid earlier on, because Eustace took a very evil pact. Now, if Luffy was an evil motherfucker, I honestly don't think he would have made it this long if he was evil. I think they would have sent out the admirals much, much earlier to take his ass out. But like I said, when we're seeing these bounties, it's actually pretty interesting. So first up is Marshal D. Cheech, captain of the Blackbeard Pirates. Now it's funny, he is the current ruler of the Pirate Island Beehive, which was the main stage of the formation of the Rocks Pirates all those years ago. And I think that's funny and interesting. Is that going to play in future parts? I don't know. But he has a current bounty of 2,247,600,000 berries, the lowest of the current Yonkos, yet he's also the newest. And here we go, probably the most mysterious of the group, one we have like no information besides the fact that he was once a member of the Roger Pirates as well as Captain Buggy. We don't know much about his exploits. Honestly, Shanks is still a fucking mystery to me. I mean, he joined the Emperors 6 years ago. He's the youngest out of the four. Captain of the Red Hair Pirates, Red Hair Shanks. He has a bounty of 4,048,900,000 berries, almost doubling Blackbeard. But also, Blackbeard hasn't caught the eye. He was a mystery. He was very secretive up until this point, up until he showcased himself to the world. To be honest, I thought he was just a throwaway character back when we met him on Jaya, some crazy old man touting about pirate legends and shit. Now look at him, he's probably the ultimate bad guy of the series. So when comparing his bounty to others like Shanks, I could see him toppling, pushing past him if he starts to make big wave, because he says he has an ultimate plan. If that starts going into fruition, ooh. But yeah, Shanks himself, still a mystery. We've seen very little of his exploits, and knowing that I won't say knowing, getting the feeling that he is a good person by what we have seen, I think this bounty is more of a representation of his potential threat to the world government rather than his actual actions. He's not an evil god doing evil acts that demands a higher bounty. He's doing acts that oppose the celestial dragons. Now, the next bounty, which needs no introduction, yet I'll still give her one, is the Mammoth Mama, who literally wiped out a village of giants when she was a child, who is probably the most promiscuous woman in the series, having 85 children, the queen of the kingdom of sweets, yes, captain of the Big Mom Pirates, Charlotte Linland, whose bounty is 4,388,000,000 berries. She's probably one of the Yonkos we know most about, due to the fact that the last arc was completely about her. Next up is the strongest creature in the world. Again, like Big Mom, a former member of the Rocks Pirates, touted as the strongest pirate crew ever, the seemingly invincible captain of the Beast Pirates, Kaido, who has a bounty of 4,611,100,000 berries. So yes, these are the current bounties of what is touted to be the Emperors of the Sea, some of the strongest pirates in the series we've ever seen, which two of them literally just formed an alliance a couple chapters ago. And it's funny, the Marines thought disbanding the warlords at this time was the smart thing to do. Sengoku even remarks we can no longer rely on them, and Brennu is bringing up the SSG again, from the Marine Special Science Force, so they're putting a lot of their faith into this new SSG, but at the same time they're also remarking that no one has ever surpassed the former bounties of both Whitebeard and Roger, Whitebeard having a 5,046,000,000 berry bounty, and the Pirate King 5,564,800,000 berry bounty. So yeah, those two are the largest bounties we've seen to date. Yet if Kaido and Big Mom team up, their bounty has officially exceeded them both. Now, while this whole class is going on, as soon as the word Wano is brought up, who comes out of nowhere to, break everything up? Akainu. Yes, we're leaving Wano alone. We don't have any jurisdiction. We don't have the resources to divert at this time, blah, blah, blah. Oh no, we're just talking about it. We're, how can you predict the future when you're ignorant of the past? I want to pass on my knowledge of previous events to these new generation because I don't know how much longer I fucking have. And I gotta say, the last page of this chapter tricked me. As I began reading it, I instantly thought of Luffy. It starts out saying Sengoku isn't there a pirate on Wano that Whitebeard, Roger, and Red Hair favored? I was like, oh yeah, it's fucking Luffy. I mean, he's currently on Wano. Wait, they know he's on Wano? I don't know. What's going on? No, they mean Odin. Yes, Kazuki Odin used to be a division commander of Whitebeard's ship. He was poached by Roger to do his final voyage, which he became the Pirate King. And even Sengoku remarks, it seems like Wano is going to be this common factor through all these amazing people we've heard about. Isn't it too much of a coincidence? Yes, it's too much of a fucking coincidence. Wano seems to be this magical, mystical land where all the big shots have been. We've seen Roger now, we've seen Whitebeard, we've seen Kaido, Big Mom, the entirety of the Straw Hats, several others of the Worst Generation, mention, we've seen Ace show up. Ace was at fucking Wano. Not to mention its connections to other tribes like the Minks, as well as the Poneglyphs. So Wano is a pivotal landmark in the story of One Piece. Now, once this amazing battle that we're going to see between, the Resistance and the Kaido faction, whether that includes Big Mom or not, is over, are we going to go deeper into the past of this land and see what makes Wano so important? I have no fucking clue. But like I said, Oda, this chapter, you set up so many things, and I'm hoping that there is a payoff. Like I said, this chapter was fucking amazing. I absolutely loved every second of it. Every word I read was fucking amazing. The Rocks pirates are truly intriguing. The team up between Whitebeard and Kaido and Big Mom, not to mention Rocks D. Zebek. We had the ultimate team up between the hero of the military Garp and the king of the pirates Rogers. We have the God Valley incident, which I hope we get more information on. We finally see the top bounties of the world, the revelation of the SSG and the amount of faith the military is putting into it, as well as the importance of Wano. I gotta say, I am loving what I read today. So with that being said, I cannot wait for future chapters.